Hey guys, what's happening? This is Forgo Nation, and I have a little bit of an announcement to make to you guys. It might be 2 or 3 days before I upload another video after this one, and that's because I'm going to be visiting my family back home in America. As a lot of you guys know, I live in Vietnam, so I got to go home, visit the family, visit my fam and all my friends and everybody. And where I'm going to be going, there's no internet. I know, right? In this day and age, no internet? What? I'm pretty much from the boondocks, guys, so it's out in the country, and I might not have access to internet. I'm going to try to work out something to where I do have internet, and hopefully I can keep uploading a video every day. But if I don't upload a video, guys, every day, or if it's 2 or 3 days, just know that that's why. I just don't have internet access, and I can't do it. If I don't reply to a message, that's also why. So, I do apologize for that inconvenience, but I will be trying to upload videos every single day. I will be trying to get internet access so I can do that because I want to keep it going, man. I freaking love this, love all of you, and I just want to keep these videos flowing. So let's talk about the video today, and that is Shadow Shell. Now, Shadow Shell, I mentioned before, guys, that she's pretty much an incomplete character. She needs super armor. She really needs a little bit more survivability. A heal would be really nice. And let's take a look at her build real quick. Talk a little bit more about her. She has 14,000 physical attack. She has 123 attack speed, 28 crit rate, 145 critical damage, max ignore defense, and max skill cooldown. She doesn't have any Urus. All of her gears are 20. She's still a level 60 character. And I'm actually thinking about saying the hell with it and just taking her, actually taking all of the Warriors of the Sky to level 70 just because I like all of them. I like all of them. I love Blue Dragon and I like the other 3 quite a bit. I think they're all really good characters. It's just that I feel like they're incomplete compared to Blue Dragon. I don't feel like they're what they quite should be, and I would make that argument for a lot of other characters in this game as well. All of her skills are at 6, and something about her that's kind of cool and sucks at the same time is that she gets this 90% chance to become immune to poison damage. Well, that's all good that she doesn't take as much poison damage from the toxic meteorites, but the problem is when you're facing World Boss, the girl's main power comes from her 5th skill, this damage accumulation based on how much damage you take. So if you're not taking damage from the poison, and say you're mind controlling the world boss like Proxima, for example, who we're going to be facing today, you're not going to be dealing near as much damage. So you don't want to be having any kind of mind control, so that way you're taking damage to deal more damage. I mean, it's so, if you could use mind control and you still took damage from the poison, it wouldn't be as bad, but actually because she has poison immunity, well, not poison immunity, but 90% chance to become immune to poison, you really need to play her without mind control strikers. And that can be kind of a pain, as you guys will see in the gameplay. She also has a stage 6 overdrive set, and she has poison damage. Fire damage is useless with 140% damage proc. Now, considering this build, guys, she actually does really well. Shadow Shell has good damage. She really does. But it's just based on how much damage she takes. She's pretty fragile, even though she does have this passive, which gives her this damage received by 25%, decreases damage received by 25%. And we are going to be adding on to that to make her even more of a tank and really just make her a whole lot more fun and easier to play. So, guys, let's get into the action and let's rock and roll. So for the first one, we're going to do floor 62. We're just going to use Shadow Shell, and we're going to take on this Relay. And she's a universal type, so she will have a little bit of advantage against Green Goblin and Red Hawk, but she'll be on a level playing field against Angela. And let's see how she does, guys. Let's get into it. Okay, so here we go. So I'm just going to be using that 5th skill first to get our damage accumulation and get our immunity. And in Shadowland, not having super armor isn't a big deal because you guard break the living crap out of your opponents, so they're not really attacking you. So it's not an issue. She's awesome in Shadowland, guys. Another thing that makes her awesome here is, one, she has good damage, and her survivability is a little bit of an issue, but as you guys can see, she's pretty easy to keep alive. I just do the 5, then I go into the 2 while the immunity's still up. You won't take any damage during that 2. when there's about 1 second left on the immunity, I'll hit the 2, and then I hit the 3 to go into that iframe. Then that iframe, that throat skill has all that snake kind of rolling around the ground. That guard breaks the opponents, and as long as they're together, they won't be dealing damage to you because you're guard breaking them. And then you just go back into the 5. I'm not trying to keep the damage proc on the 5. I mean, I want to, but if I don't, I don't, guys. But if you, ideally though, if you want to get really good damage, you want to hit it on the 5th skill. And she's melting this. She's doing really good. I mean, you know, floor 62, level 60, puny build. I mean, yeah, she's good, man. She's great. You know, she was at level 70, had a really good build. This girl do over floor 70, guys. She'd do over floor 70. Which is, you know, that's nothing to scuff at. I mean, that's pretty good, you know. I mean, again, I know Shadowland isn't no great gauge as far as power level or anything, but still, it's pretty awesome, you know. I mean, this is unfortunately what she's mainly going to be, and there are going to be some reasons for that. When we get into the World Boss gameplay, we'll talk about that, but, you know, she's amazing here. She's amazing because you don't need immunity guard break. You don't need super armor. She's going to be dealing that much more damage, you know. Remember in the last video, if she gets guard broken, all that poison damage that's lying on the ground while she's doing the 5th skill, it disappears, so the only thing that shows up is the snake. So you're not doing near as much damage. And that's why it's important to have immunity to guard break or super armor. Come on, girl, you can get it done. Easy peasy, guys. We're taking a little damage, but not too much. We're going to end this real soon. Okay, Green Goblin, you're about to go down, buddy. Take that poison. Missed the proc there. Oh well. And there you have it, guys. Still had 44 seconds to spare. So easily, if she was at level 70, better build, she could easily do over floor 70. So let's get into the World Boss run. Okay, guys. So we're going to attempt a stage 60 against Proxima. We're going to use Nick Fury for that 50% all-tech leadership and that 55% damage out of supervillains, but I really want him for that super armor. And to make this not so OP, I decided to throw in Colossus, and we're putting Colossus in there to decrease damage by 50%. So you add that on to Shadow Shell's 25%, that's 75%, but if you notice as one of my strikers, I got Sin, and Sin is going to decrease damage from supervillains by 10%. So right now, Shadow Shell's getting an 85% decreased damage received, and I got Anti-Venom for those heals. Notice I have no mind control strikers. We have Silver Surfer for an extra 10% damage out to supervillains. We have Weapon Hex for her all defense down, and Sue for her all defense down, and that's it. Something about this, and this is really fun. This is actually really fun. I actually enjoy not having Scarlet, which kind of breaks my heart to say that, but yeah, I'm enjoying it. I mean, it's a lot of fun. You actually got to play. Even having all this decreased damage received, I mean, and even having Anti-Venom in there with all those heals, I mean, you still have to play, and it's fun. I mean, you have to play well. I love it. And something about the snake that really sucks, guys, is its targeting. The one thing about not having mind control or any kind of crowd control is Proxima is jumping all over the freaking place. So the snake will miss over, like right there. Look at this. Look at this. Wasted freaking skill. Like you'll hit your proc and then the snake completely misses. But when it hits, it does good damage. So it's like, you know, I actually think her targeting is worse than what Sharov's used to be. I mean, it's just not very good, you know. And since you can't use mind control, right? Well, that means Proxima's jumping around, so you're not going to be able to hit her as often. And since she has that poison, almost that poison, decreased poison damage received, or not that, but she has poison, 90% chance of poison immunity, she doesn't take damage from the poison on the ground, the toxic meteorites. I mean, it's just, she's one of them characters, if you have like Nick Fury, you can have a lot of fun with her. If you put immunity to guard break on her, you can have a lot of fun with her. But she's not going to do... Look at this targeting, man. It sucks. But you're not going to do nothing really majorly OP with her. I mean, I guess you could do a good run with her, but you wouldn't be optimizing that damage accumulation if you did, because you'd have to have Scarlet in here to crowd control, you know? Unfortunately, she's a physical attacking character, so she's not going to be very good against Cole. She has poison damage, but she's not going to be very good against Ebony because of the physical damage. I mean, that's what I mean by she's probably just going to, you know, always just be a Shadowland character. But right there, we did some pretty respectful damage, you know. And like I said, even though we got Nick Fury, it's not an OP team because Colossus isn't offering no damage. Now, I could have put in Shuri and got 45% damage out of supervillains and got a 35% decreased damage received, but I wanted to make her more of a tank, try to bring in them all defense down strikers. And this is another thing. Without mind control, now Proxima's going to be throwing down her purple a whole lot more often. You're going to have to switch your character because when you're in the middle of doing your 5th skill with Shadow Shell, you need to get the hell out of there if that purple shows up. Because it will guard break you even if you have super armor. You know, you need immunity to guard break to prevent from being guard broken from the purple because it has penetration. Watch out, watch out. And it takes forever, guys. I mean, look at this, man. We are not getting it done, unfortunately. We're down to about 1 minute and 20 seconds left. We have about 8 bars to go. So there's no way. But you know what? It's fun. And that's the reason I wanted to show you guys this. Similar to War Tiger, I just wanted to have fun with Shadow Shell. I just wanted to make her more of a tank. Give her some extra damage, you know, from having all defense down strikers. You know, taking advantage of her 25% decreased damage received and really just trying to make the most use out of her gameplay. And yeah, I mean, she's fun as hell, but you know, like if I was doing a lower level, I mean, we'd obviously be clearing this. But yeah, she's just not going to be doing no OP clears, I don't think. I mean, it's just not. I mean, if you do an OP clear, you're going to have Scarlet in her to mind control the whole freaking time, which means you're not going to be taking as much damage, which means you're not going to be dealing as much damage. But at the same time, if you have the mind control, it will probably be easier to get crowd control in there, especially if you use Rachel, who doesn't have all defense down, and then you have Weapon Hex and Suit. So actually, you'd probably be doing more damage than what we're doing now because all defense down is actually more meta than having damage accumulation. So we could probably do better than that, but I want to have fun, guys. I didn't want to do the same old where we bring in Scarlet and crowd control the entire time. Honestly, guys, that gets a little boring after a while, and it's just nice to have a little fun. So we're going to pause it. So you guys can see we still had almost 6 bars to go. And again, guys, if I would put in Shuri, we'd probably been able to do this. Maybe not with these strikers, but honestly, you know, I think having Scarlet would have been better. But you know what? Again, this was all about having a good time. So guys, let me know what you think about Shadow Shell, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one.